Council Chair Steve, Third International Vice President AP Singh, distinguished guests, conventioneers, one and all. Welcome to the 2023-24 Leo of the Year. This is an important multiple district program arising from the Leo program. This selects the Leo Advisory Panel for the coming year, and today's winner will be the chairperson of the Leo Advisory Panel in 2024-25. The panel meets regularly and provides suggestions and direction to the Leo Committee and, in turn, the Council to develop and encourage the growth of Leos. Leos are an integral part of Lions Clubs International. According to our international president, Barry Sheehan, Leos are not our future, they are our now. The Leo of the Year presentations at our multiple district convention gives to Lions the opportunity to see the amazing qualities youth have to bring to our organisation, and they are doing it now. For all of those Lions clubs who have formed Leo's clubs, I thank you for your efforts, but I also know that you will have gained more than you have given. Leo's is an acronym. We're very good at that in Lions. It stands for leadership, experience, and opportunity. This is our role as Lions, to ensure that our Leos are taught leadership skills, are given the chance to achieve experience in service, and given the opportunity to learn, grow, and achieve. The finalists you will meet today exemplify our goals. They are examples of exactly what we have to gain by strengthening our Leo program. The judges have worked hard in preparing for this final judging today. Firstly, they've carefully read and evaluated the entry form of each contestant. This includes information about the positions held by the entrant, the projects they have instigated and developed, the ways they've extended the membership and involvement of others in their club, and their knowledge of Lions International. Yesterday afternoon, they met with each entrant and spoke to them at some length about the information on their entry form and their knowledge of Lions and the community and the world in which they live. Today, they will complete their assessment of the candidates in the speaking section of the program. Now, I can't see the judges. Can anyone tell me where they are? Right, okay, thank you. The judges today are the panel chairperson. If you can stand, please, when I introduce you. The panel chairperson, Lion Kerry McMahon from V Districts. Lion Suzanne Newton from N Districts. Lion Julie Crawford from T Districts. Lion Ruth Spence from Q Districts. And our community judge, Ross Walkington, who's a local radio identity. Because of the inability of last year's Leo of the Year to attend this conference due to her commitments with the Defence Forces, 2021's winner, Kai Spencer, stood by as a reserve judge and helped yesterday's judging to flow smoothly. The judging criteria and prizes are outlined in the program. So with no further ado, you can now meet these wonderful Leos. You'll be able to meet them later in the stand pavilion where they'll be on stage after this morning's program, where you'll be able to talk to them and learn more about them and their service. This is a new feature which we have added so that you, the conventioneers, can more easily learn more about our Leos and the Leo program. It may even inspire you to go back to your own Lions Club and sponsor a new Leo club in your area. These young finalists are unique, but there are plenty more young people out there who are willing and eager to serve their community. I know this is a fact because every week I have inquiries from young people who want to join a Leo club, and I so often have to tell them that there isn't one available to them. We're hoping that we can solve that problem by having an online Leo club so that they can join from anywhere in Australia. This year we have 4 finalists who I will introduce to you now in the order in which they will speak to you today. I will also ask each of them a question so that you can get to know a little more about them. This does not form part of the judging. Okay, may I first introduce Molly Gisberts. Molly comes from the Cathedral School of St Anne and St James Leo Club in Q2, and she is accompanied by the Q District State Coordinator, PDG, Nicole Phillips, OAM. Molly, would you like to come over here, please? Molly, one of the problems encountered by Alpha school-based clubs is the fact that older members finish and leave the club, and it's often harder to get young students involved in taking their place. What initiatives has your club taken to overcome this problem?
Absolutely. So as a Year 12 member of the Cathedral Leos Club, I have experienced firsthand what Pam is talking about in the fact that every year we have hesitancy from new members in Year 10 joining as seniors leave. To solve this, we have tried to create a encouraging and safe environment for new Leos to join so they feel comfortable. We have created PowerPoints and spoken about what we do within the community so that they know exactly who we are and what we do. We have created banners and posters around the school, as well as a Leo's posted board with each of our board members so that they know that we are approachable and they can talk to us whenever they like. We have also ensured that each of our members are held accountable for coming to meetings and are responsible through a role system and through apologies, and so that they can help in their role as current Leos to serve and create an environment for the new people as well. Yeah.
Thanks, Molly. Our second finalist is Georgia Bailey from the Cessnock Community Leo Club in N3, and she is accompanied by District Governor Denise Bruce, because unfortunately the N District State Coordinator was not able to make it to this convention. So she's accompanied by District Governor Denise Bruce. Georgia, you are the only Amiga finalist in this year's program, but your involvement with Leos began 10 years ago as an Alpha Leo. How would you encourage Lions clubs to start an Amiga club? What will they gain?
There are approximately 100 Alpha clubs in Australia, but only 24 Omega clubs. You are all training us and then watching us walk away, and Omegas are the answer and the solution to that problem, to be a bridge between under 18-year-olds and Lions. So my recommendation to start an Omega club would be to get to know us. Get to know the youth of your community and actually start a conversation. People once thought it was too scary to fly on an aeroplane, and how did you all get here today? The digital age is here. Omegas have the skills to share with you to support your move and your survival into the digital era. Having an Omega club gives you vibrance, a slurry of new ideas, and someone to pass your experience to, and we want to know about it.
Our third finalist is Clarissa Wong. Clarissa is a member of the Melbourne Next Generation Leo Club from District B14. She's accompanied by the V District State Coordinator, Lion Lee Walkington. Clarissa, what do you see as your major achievements in Leos, both in leadership and the projects in which you've been involved?
Yeah, so in terms of leadership, it has to be the charter of my Alpha Leos Club. We started from scratch from when I was at the young age of 13, and from setting the mission to vision, to coordinating the first board of director as the founding president, to promoting the club, and from growing our club members from 5 to 25 within one financial year, I have been a key pillar within the formation of my Leos Club. But this wouldn't have been possible without the cultivation of my leadership from a young age of 9, from when I started as a young cub, actually. In terms of projects, over the last 22 months since charter of our club, we have done a series of projects that cover almost all 5 of the 5 Lion causes. Obviously, with COVID-19, there have been difficulties with lockdowns, and as you know, Victoria had some of the longest lockdowns in the world. However, we were able to overcome this with our creativity, and we were able to hold virtual projects, two of which are key ones are our mental health webinar, which was done with Headspace, and also our project Next Gen for 1,000 Hopes, which was a virtual telethon where we raised money for Sri Lanka's COVID-19 medical supplies. And we were even privileged enough to win the International Kindness Matters Service Award for that project too. So these are just a short snapshot of my highlights in Leos. Thank you.
Thank you, Clarissa. Our fourth finalist is Luke Chaman from Baldivis Leo's Club in W2, escorted by Lion John Clare, the W District State Coordinator. Luke, tell us about the project which you found most fulfilling and why it was so important to you.
Thank you. The project I probably found most fulfilling would definitely have to be the CoinLine project, not just because it helps kids with cancer that are struggling, going through hard times, but also because I know that 100% of the profits that we get from our CoinLine project that we do out at Bunnings and other places in the community goes directly to the people that need it, not to people that are getting paid to do a job in Lions, because there's only like a few people in Lions that get paid because we're a non-for-profit group. And when we're out and about in the community doing it, we've gained, I think what now, must be about 5 or 6 new members doing the CoinLine project. Yeah, we've got over 30 or 40 meters now.
Thank you, state coordinators and members of the Leo Committee. You may return to your seats now, and can our timekeepers please take their place? Before we start the speaking by the finalists, I'll just explain the timing. Each finalist has 5 minutes. There will be a single gong at 4 minutes and a double gong at 5 minutes. Molly, can you please come forward to address the convention? Molly's talking about my journey through community service.
Over 111 million people, 16 million projects, and 2 billion service hours. These are the World Scouting's contributions to the internationally sustainability goals. This is the ongoing legacy of the Scouting organisation. A legacy, like Leo's, I am proud to be a part of. My name is Molly Gisbets, and I'm speaking as the Queensland Leo's State Representative. I'm honoured to be speaking to you as their delegate. My experiences within Leo's have allowed me to gain confidence and a love for community spirit and engagement. These experiences have helped me understand my role within the broader community and leading me to you today. Since a very young age, my parents have always encouraged me to join any extracurricular activities, no matter my skill. I remember this one time when my PE teacher said, "Molly, are you sure? Maybe rugby isn't for you." I was terrible. Nevertheless, I slip-slop-slapped and ran onto the field with a roaring spirit. I scored a try and didn't even know it. It was the skills of perseverance that I had learned through years of trying new things, and more specifically scouting, that had led me to continue. Through years of community projects, mixing with others and working to achieve common goals of helping and caring, I have discovered a love for helping and serving within my community. This journey began for me when I was 7 years old, first through Scouts. I have many fond memories of entertaining seniors at old age homes, clashing on piano keys when I was awful, and playing cards at the age of 9. Now I'm continuing my service in the local Leo's Club. Throughout Scouting, I have been fortunate enough to spend 4 September holidays as an activities coordinator and carer at a camp called a Goonery. A Goonery is a week-long camp designed for disadvantaged and disabled children who don't often receive the opportunity to partake in outdoor activities such as I do. It allows them to have a go and enjoy themselves. I first travelled to Brisbane for camp from little old Townsville all by myself, with the vision to help people that I'd never met. However daunting and horrifying this was, I was very scared. It provided me the opportunity and experience to create new friendships and connect with people with a like-minded approach to service. Whilst undergoing crafts, waterslide activities, or putting somebody in a wheelchair down an abseiling wall, a Goonery has taught me so much. I have learnt various alternative forms of communication and most importantly, the art of creating a strong, positive environment. Despite some children not being able to move freely, speak or communicate in the same way that I do, a Goonery is about ability, not disability. The opportunity to experience Scouting has been invaluable to me. I am forever grateful for the internal rewards and the joy of helping others that a Goonery has provided me. With the Leo's motto in mind, leadership, experience, and opportunity, a Goonery has offered me the ability to fulfill each of these objectives. The purpose of Leo's is to encourage and support people to challenge themselves whilst enabling them to become selfless and demonstrate a kind attitude. Every hour, 33 women die of complications related to pregnancy and childbirth. An estimated 385,000 women die annually, many from preventable infections during childbirth as well. To prevent this, our Leo's Club has engaged in the Zonta birthing kits. Over 2.4 million women have experienced safer birth through the kits, and it has been my most fulfilling project. As a woman, and somebody who has had and been fortunate enough to travel to developing countries, the idea of being able to save women's lives and prevent death is very rewarding. Leo's has provided me the opportunity to share my ideas, enabled me to become a better person, member of the community, and because of Leo's, I am more selfless. Thank you for the honour of addressing you today.
Okay, unfortunately, I can't see the judges at all. Can you give me a call when you're ready? Oh, you're there. Okay. So, you ready? Okay, our second speaker will be Georgia from N Districts, and she'll be speaking to you on social media.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Do you sigh as you roll over, cover your head with a pillow, and try to get 5 more minutes? That's how I started mine. My mornings usually start with a buzz, a ding, well, basically any noise that elicits an annoyed groan. After I come to terms with not being able to hide from it, my hand sleepily reaches for that small box next to me, and with that simple action, I am thrust into today's opinions, photos, and news without having to walk outside and collect a newspaper like my grandfather still does. Social media has inserted itself into every aspect of my life. It's how I communicate with the new friends that I've met in January at the International Youth Exchange Camp in South Australia. It allows me an avenue to roll my eyes at closed-minded news, and it's my career. It's my connection to the world. I'm now forcing myself out of bed to get ready for the day. I've already built up 10 minutes in scrolling time without even knowing it. I get my coffee ready to the rendition of the musical created by the notifications. The kettle boils, and I've accumulated 5 more minutes to scroll through social media again, with a slurry of people making posts while they are also sitting, drinking their morning coffee. It's almost like I'm having a chat with 20,000 people in a coffee house. How chaotic would that be? I drink my last sip and I get dressed. I pick up my bag, I forget where I put my keys at least twice, and I head to my car for the drive to work. By the time I get to the office, it's been 57 minutes and I've built up 43 emails. I have to answer them as well as check so many social media platforms. I open Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. Now there are 6 tabs open, there's music coming from somewhere, and now my laptop looks like the inside of my brain. Too many tabs? No idea how to find the right information. And where is that music coming from? Welcome to the inner decisions that you all must make when looking at social media. What is correct? What is utter nonsense written by someone like my dad, who saw a barista sneeze once, and now all coffee houses are the source of a new pandemic of hipsters? And what is safe? Do you all change your passwords regularly? Or do you wait for that prompt? Or do you get the prompt and still do nothing? Or do you use your birthday as your password, and then have all of your friends wish you a happy birthday every year? A hacker now has enough information from looking at your cousin Sally's well wishes to steal your identity. A secret from a millennial. No one knows what is fact, but we do know a thing or two about having a safe online presence. But aside from the chaotic nature of the world of social media, it is a tool. It is a way to connect, and it is our now, as we all found out over the COVID lockdowns. Now, I know Pam told you that this speech was about social media, but really, it was about the time it takes to connect across the world using it. In the time I've taken to tell you what my morning looks like, I could have made 3 Facebook posts. I could have taken 7 shockingly bad selfies. That's 10 already. And I still haven't found where that music's coming from. And at the same age, you would have just finished addressing an envelope and licking a stamp for a letter that won't be read for at least another week. How many of you have done that recently? It was probably a Christmas card. So, my fellow Lions, let's make a commitment today to collaborate, to connect, and create a positive change. What was your last service project? Did anyone take any photos? Who got to see them? Think about how many emails, Facebook posts, tweets, and videos that people see every day. How are you going to stand out? Every post, every like, and every comment helps us build a stronger, more connected Lions community and gives other clubs ideas too. Leos understand all this. Make use of this. It's something that can benefit us all, regardless of our age or background. By embracing social media, we can expand our reach, we can amplify our message, and make a real impact to the world, to advocate for the causes that we already believe in. So, let's take a moment to appreciate the power of social media, to connect us in real time and make our service projects more impactful than ever. From a Leo of District N3, my name is Georgia, and I can help with moving your club into the future if I can have my coffee first.
We'll now hear from Clarissa, and she'll be speaking to you about identity.
Nicole, please. Is it testing? Okay, perfect. Dear Lions, Leos, judges, and distinguished guests, thank you all for coming today. Who are you? Now, this question might seem sort of strange or sudden, but every single person hears this question at least once in their life, if not many. I mean, it's that type of question that we hear thousands of times, from job interviews to meeting new people. Yet, every single time this question is asked, in any shape or form, it's trying to find out the same thing. That is, it aims to figure out your identity. As a human, everyone is entitled to have an identity. However, this question may come easier to some than others. To some, this question is second nature, a sculpted answer that has been through years and years of refinement, while to many others, a daunting experience, as we are also trying to figure out the answer for ourselves. For myself, it's a matter of stating a few adjectives or even a predefined role. Open-minded, determined, loyal, focused. Now, these are some of the words that I identify with. But can my identity really be summed up in just a few simple words? So today, I am going to share my life story of how I found my current identity. As a child, all my days were spent without any worry. Most of it revolved around sliding down slides and playing hide and seek in the schoolyard. My days passed by happily, and I had amazing friends that I'd see at school every day. I mean, life was filled with rainbows, like the colorful fairy bread that I would eat every day. Seasons passed, and as I grew older, at the age of 12, my self-awareness really began to develop. And I started understanding why I was feeling sadness, anger, and joy. As a so-called Gen Z member of my community, I'm part of this latest generation of youth that are all on the search for our life purpose. Now, there's something that this generation is particularly guilty of, which is perfecting an image of ourselves. We often try to portray who we think we should be, but we often forget who we are and who we truly want to be. Personally, growing up in that modern Chinese household has come with parental expectations. However, most of that pressure actually came from myself, to do the best that I could to make those who believed in me proud. And at some point, I was working to impress others, not myself, and lived my life by other people's formulas. However, everything changed. COVID-19 hit. Isolation was something that closed my life off. It clouded my days, and at first it seemed like no light was able to shine through. In my head, I was confused, as if I didn't know what to do with myself. I lied in bed all day, contemplating what my life had turned out to be. My life was on repeat. Sleep, eat, online school, and sleep again. I spent the majority of my time in my bedroom, and it turned into my sanctuary. But in those secluded, solitary moments, that was when I was able to internalize. My thoughts had turned from excess notions used just to pass time to purposeful reflections. And through those moments of isolation, I was able to turn the time that I had gained into a positive asset. COVID-19 was my trigger point. So now every single person in this room has a trigger point. When something in them snaps, when something shifts and realization comes upon you, it may not be instant, but over a period of time like mine was. And even now, I can say I'm grateful for the time I spent in isolation, as it made me the person I am today. At one point, everyone internalizes, and this won't only happen once, but multiple times, as identity is an ever-evolving status. My identity defines who I am, every single aspect of it. I am a cellist, a swimmer, kind, open-minded, passionate, a change maker, and so many more endless attributes and traits. I am even a Leo. And my identity doesn't end here, because I found my trigger point, and whether it is an event, a person, or an object, go search for it. It may take time and effort, but searching for your identity is a universal endeavor, and I can confidently put out my hand and say that I'm with you. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, "Remember always that you not only have the right to be an individual, you have an obligation to be one." So now I throw the question back to you. What is your trigger point, and who are you? Thank you.
Thank you, Clarissa. Right, we'll now hear from our last finalist, Luke, who will be talking to us about outfits.
Good morning, everyone. I am Leo Luke Tamman from the Baldivis Leo Club over in Western Australia. It's certainly been a long flight over here, but I'm really glad to be speaking to you today. Today I'll be talking to you about how your outfit often defines how people judge you. Looking the part often makes you feel the part. It can also make you look more suited to the task at hand. For a formal event, I personally always try to wear something that makes me feel confident. Now for me, usually this is a suit, but occasionally, for less formal event, it may be a bright Hawaiian shirt, or in the case of today, my National Leo's shirt, or something more suitable for the theme. And before you ask, it's not just to try and impress the ladies. I prefer to dress appropriate for the occasion just to make sure that I'm noticed, as I, just like you, were born to stand out and not blend in. It also gives me great reassurance to know that I'm in something that looks good. When I dress appropriately, it gives me great confidence. It is also beneficial for my mental health. For those who remember me from a few years back, I was a short, shy, and pudgy little kid. Finding my tribe within Leos has given me a lot more confidence in every aspect of my life. I've lost 30 kilos and grown 25 centimeters taller. I've just bought size 13 shoes, so clearly I'm still growing up. This means I'm in need of new outfits regularly. Now, I do have a slight tendency, should I say, to shop at op shops, as they are the cheaper, more environmentally friendly way to shop. For example, I once found a suit that looked the same as one I had at home, except slightly bigger, and it fitted me well. I also found these beautiful brown shoes in an op shop, so instead of spending over $800 on a suit, I spent less than $50. Cha-ching! It is proven by professionals that looking good is already one step closer to being successful. As what Dr. Daniel Hammermesh, professor at the University of Texas, said, if you're attractive in life, you're more likely to be happy. Better looking people are happier. This is in relation to what you wear and how you wear it. What you wear in terms of uniforms, there are protective uniforms and some are stylish. For example, when you go to the beach, you see a lifesaver. You feel confident knowing there is someone there ready to help you and your family. The iconic surf life-saving cap is known all around Australia. Same with a paramedic who wears their green overalls. All of these and many, many more are identified by what they wear. Same with a lion or a Leo. They all have an iconic logo. Even though the logo may have changed over the many years Lions has been around, we still either wear the logo on our shirt or our cap. Now, before I'd finish, I'd like to ask you a little question. Do you know what singer wears a gold sequin white jumpsuit? Yep, you guessed it. It's the king of rock music, Elvis Presley. He's believed to be the king of rock music for many reasons. One, he's sold over 500 million records. That's certainly a lot more than I could listen to in my life, that's for sure. And his iconic Presley jumpsuit is known all around the world. Matter of fact, I probably don't need to explain it anymore because no doubt you know exactly the Elvis Presley look. Every year, thousands of people dress up to look like Elvis. And they celebrate him. The Elvis impersonators wear the Elvis jumpsuit and cape together. Elvis Presley is the most impersonated single entertainer, if not person, in the whole entire world, with over 400,000, 400,000 impersonators worldwide. This shows that Elvis Presley and his iconic jumpsuit and cape has left a lasting legacy that is still going on for many, many decades to come. Oh, and by the way, that's all sold for over $1.5 million recently at a US auction. Did you know the first thing people will notice is your amazing outfit? It only takes 7 seconds for someone to judge you, so make those 7 seconds count. Thank you for your time today.
I'd like now to present each of the finalists with a certificate of achievement. So I'd ask Council Chair Steve, would you mind coming to the stage? Okay, sorry to spring this on you. Okay, would you like to stand on this side so we can come to you?
Sorry.
Would you like to stand on this side so we can come to you? Okay. Okay, first certificate, Molly Gisberts. Molly, picture. Georgia Bailey. Clarissa Wong. And last but by no means least, Luke Tamman. Thank you, Council Chairman Steve. It's customary at this point for the past Leo of the Year winner to address the convention, outlining their year, the plans and directions they hope to encourage, and how they see their role in the organisation. The role of the previous year's winner is an important one, as they take over the chairmanship of the Leo Advisory Panel for the upcoming year. Last year's winner, Leda Blackie, was also named as an International Leo of the Year, which is a great achievement. So can we, in absentia, give her a clap? Leda really wanted to be here, but unfortunately, she's now at the Defence Forces Academy and she was unable to get leave to come and address you today. However, she was able to record a video and we will now listen to Leda as she tells you about her year in review.
Council Chairman Tim Irvine, distinguished Lions, special guests and members of the Leo Lion family. For those I have not had the pleasure of meeting personally, my name is Leda Blackie, immediate past president and proud member of the King Island Leo Club in Tasmania. I'm 18 years old and recipient of the 2022 Leo of the Year Award and most recently the 2023 International Leo of the Year Award. It is with great honour that I address you today, albeit on a computer screen in freezing cold Tasmania, as opposed to you in person in the Gold Coast, which I'm sure is putting on some lovely warm weather for you. I'm regretfully unable to attend due to work and university commitments with the ADF. However, while I'm not able to have conversations with you all personally, I hope to impart you with an account of my 12 months as Leo of the Year and maybe even a little wisdom too. However, before I begin, I would like to acknowledge how incredibly exciting it is to be inducting our incoming Leo of the Year winners for 2023. I would like to extend my personal congratulations to each and every contender for making it this far. It is an especially valuable and undoubtedly fun journey you have all embarked on to make it here today, and I commend you all on your efforts, both individually and collectively. Not only did I walk away last year with the proud achievement of Leo of the Year, but I walked away with many new friends and a renewed passion for service, something I hope you will all walk away from this year with as well. However, while there can only be one Leo of the Year, in my mind, you are all winners, and certainly a credit to your individual Leo clubs as well as the organisation as a whole. It is my hope that you will impart your knowledge of this experience on others, as I have in my term and hope to do today. I look forward to hearing all about your accomplishments, as well as liaising with you for the next year as chairperson of the Leo Advisory Panel. In light of this auspicious occasion, I would like to report on my term as Australian Leo of the Year, discuss the net gains Leos have had on my life personally, how it has helped me get to where I am now, and most importantly, how it is something Lions should be proud of and willing to help with. It is no secret that Leos are incredibly impactful, not only on the communities that they serve, but on its members, as I have personally experienced. You truly get out of the organisation what you put in, and I have gained an incredible amount from Leos, all of which exemplified what the organisation stands for: leadership, experience and opportunity. Now let's explore these further. Having been Charter Secretary and immediate past president, I've been able to learn about organisation, communication, and leadership, all of which are qualities companies and organisations look for in potential future employees. With official roles of President, Secretary, and Treasurer, Leos gives you transferable skills and develops real-world knowledge and personal leadership qualities in a controlled environment, which I can say from experience in job application processes is a standout on a resume. The Leo Lion organisation is renowned in Australia and throughout the world, involved